The first lady of Nyandarua, she donated 200 boxers to try and prevent the sodomy that has been going around. Now, social media and the people of the community have been going ham on her. They're like, that is not going to prevent in any way, shape, or form what's been happening to our boys. Now, not only is it boxers for 200 shillings, was it not?
Yep.
They were large, they were huge, humongous. They were not even going to be able to fit the boys. Now, how does that help boys that are being abused, you know, buying them boxers, donating boxers? First off, I think the first thing, or what she should have done from the beginning, is awareness, creating, you know, educating these children on how to, you know, even self-protect themselves. You know, some of the people who are probably even sodomizing them may not be the elderly, it can be boys of their same age.
True.
So some of the hazards that come from, you know, sodomy, you know, now we have a receipt from that. Now, they want the office of the First Lady to offer any other support instead of the Ngothas, which have turned the country into a laughing stock, which is true. Now, wasn't there any other way the First Lady could have helped the boys and mentored them? Thank you, which is, you know, awareness. Now, this is a total disgrace to see young boys displaying oversized underpants, said women. Leader Joyce Nyokabi adding that this is the communication team teaching our young children. This was uncalled for and the office must offer an apology. Now, these sentiments were echoed by Betty Mushiri and Joseph Muraya on social media, who questioned why taxpayers' money was being used to buy panties instead of building classrooms. I mean, I am so for that completely.
For me, of course, I understand the sentiment of what she's trying to do as far as try and help the increase of sexual harassment in schools. We are all outraged. We all feel really passionate about this. We take our kids to school, and when they get there, they're actually being hurt, not protected.
Exactly.
So the sentiment of that is great. But one, I don't think there was any thought whatsoever on this whole fiasco. Nobody thought of the consequences of this. And maybe what she thought was, this was just going to be something quiet and, you know, she'll just go have her day and she'll do it. You know, first ladies, especially governor first ladies, are not exactly expected to be the ones who are saving the world. But I feel like there's a certain level you should try and deal with your work, you know, because people are watching. And now most people feel that the boy child, yet again being embarrassed because this became such a fiasco, and you're having young boys holding out their underwear and apparently to stop them from being victims. That's a huge problem because you're putting on the victim to be part of the solution.
Exactly.
What can somebody do to not be sexually harassed?
That's my big disagreement with the people in this story, and I'm sorry to but with you, because the issue is, for me, is you cannot coach a rape victim on how not to be raped, especially when they're young people. So people saying, oh, part of the raising awareness classes is to teach kids how not to be victims. The problem is kids in society are marginalized, whether they're able-bodied kids, whether they're white kids, kids of color, anything. They're simply marginalized because of what they are in that moment.
Exactly.
So when you say, oh, I'm going to give you this thing and it's going to protect you completely, that's not true.
Was there a statement from our First Lady? Because then if it's in terms of hygiene, was there a certain STD that was being passed around? Therefore, she wanted to tackle that issue by completely ensuring that their hygiene levels are heightened by buying them new boxers. Then that would be understandable.
Exactly.
Was there a statement, the First Lady, if there's a statement that she'd like to come up and say that this was a reason as to why I donated the boxers, then it would be, you know, we'd give her a listening ear.
But guess what? They were oversized anyway. The kids can't even wear them. It's like she did not even look at the age of the kids that she was taking this to at all. And let me tell you this, sister, I am such a supporter of sisters. But this one, you take an L. Reason being, you did not deal with your job at the best. This is not the best you could have done. There's so much money which governors get, and first ladies also get a budget to be able to deal with the things which they do. You have more and you could have done better.
Exactly.
So this is the straight L.
In summation for this story, you know, my only advice for this woman as a survivor, as an advocate, is the best thing you can do for people is not to teach victims how not to be raped, but to teach people not to rape. That's it.